Guys, it's like what, 7 p.m.?
Yeah, a
Do,
little after.
yeah, a little after 7 p.m. Uh, we've been running around a lot today. A lot. We took Julius to get neutered, and since Dad was taking Mom shopping, we didn't have to come home. So we figured by the time we left the vet, it was already like a little after 10, getting there at like 8:30. Because we had to drop them off between 8:30 and 9:30. We left the vet around like 10. I needed food because these were a pain to eat with last night. Um, uh, what was I wanting to talk about? So we got food and just stayed in Moreno Valley pretty much all day until we picked up Julius at 4:30. Got him around 5:30. We went there at 4:30. Um. Anyways, I was just wanting to do a official day one of my Dahlia piercings. You can see they're a little swollen because I'm attempting to eat right now. Um, the initial piercing yesterday was pretty much painless. It was pretty much painless. Um, out of all of my piercings, even like the first time getting my collarbone pierced, my lip pierced, my tongue pierced, these were the least painful piercings. It was just like I bit my cheek real quick and that was it. It wasn't even like a pinch. It was just like it didn't pop. It didn't make any noise like I heard some other people experience. Sorry the lighting is like so dim right now. Yeah, it didn't like pop, it didn't make any noise. He shoved the needle through and then like he put the jewelry through and that was it. Even when he went to exchange this one for a longer jewelry because I was swelling a little bit, it was painless. I was really surprised. I got them pierced around 4 o'clock, I think, yesterday. Um, and it was all good. I tried eating dinner around 8:30, 8:30 or 9. Um, and I was so craving steak for some reason. I am a bit anemic, so whenever I get a piercing or it's the time in the month or anything, I tend to crave steak. Um, I just do. So we went to IHOP and I got a steak omelet um, with pancakes. And Matt keeps laughing at me because he enjoys my torment. Um, don't you? You enjoy the torment. But it was difficult to eat. It really was. I never realized how much you use your cheeks when you chew. And like I have thick lips, like I have thick lips and like a good width of my lips, but overall my mouth is very tiny. Like that's like as far as I can open my mouth. Um, Even like without the piercings, like I cannot open my mouth very big. I have chubby cheeks, but there's not a lot of hollow area in my mouth, so uh, I couldn't take very big bites, and it was like so awkward to try to chew. With my lip, like with my lip, I don't really use your lips very much when you chew. When I have my tongue done, I just pushed the food to the side of my cheeks and, ate that way. It was no big deal. Really, it was not a big deal. And with these, it's like, they, it was a pain. I ended up eating half my omelet, half of my pancakes. The pancakes were, like, really good. I was like, oh, I can just mush the pancakes with my tongue. Matt was laughing at me. During dinner, like, I had a napkin over my mouth because, like, I just put a bite in and I was like, just going like that. So, like, trying to eat. Uh, so, like, the first day, if you get these, I definitely recommend, like, soup or something. The soup that they had was, like, minestrone or something. Was it minestrone? And minestrone is good, but I wanted steak and I wanted to try to eat. And before I tried to eat, the piercings felt fine until I tried to use my mouth for anything other than talking. But around midnight is when like I stopped like talking and I was like laying down trying to relax, and they swelled so bad. Well, not really so bad. Like they swelled. Um Still a lot less than any other piercing I've had. Well, my collarbone didn't swell, but a lot less than any other oral piercing I've had. Excuse me. They were very, very, very tender and sore. I could not get comfortable because I'm a stomach sleeper and I usually bury my face in the pillow, so I could not get comfortable. I ended up just like propping up my pillows, getting like an ice pack and like putting it like around on my cheeks to help with the swelling because they hurt. It felt like I got hit in the mouth with a freaking crowbar. And after the ice, though, the pain and the swelling went down a lot. And for most of the day, they weren't a problem. They just feel sore, like like I had a really, really, really bad cramp, and anytime I move, it's just kind of like working a sore muscle. Um, I notice that when they do swell, like if I go like gently like that, it actually kind of like gets it moving and the swelling goes down, which is kind of like weird to me because normally with these they instantly swelled and like after a week everything went down, it was fine. These, it seems like when I stop moving my mouth, the muscles swell. Like I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit of wiggle room. um they're not in threat of being embedded or anything like that. It's just a little snug. But like if my hands are clean. If I gently like put a little thing like this and run my tongue across the back, there it's not getting embedded. And here is not getting embedded. It's just like a little swollen right here. Um, it's really not that big of a deal. It goes away like after a minute or two if I put like a little ice pack on it before I try to clean it, so I can maneuver around the jewelry and get all the gunk off. Um, I actually woke up and there was no crusties or anything, no dried blood, nothing gross on the inside or outside of my piercings, and even throughout the day, I think like this had a little bit uh, on it earlier. Nothing on this. They haven't bled since I got them pierced. Um, I can eat a lot easier than yesterday. Like we got Subway and I got a chopped salad from Subway. Um, but I'm able to like kind of close my mouth a bit and chew. I haven't really had a problem of biting them or it snagging on my teeth. I do have a problem. I have a habit that I never really noticed until I got these done of when I'm thinking, I either put my hand, like when we got home, mom asked me something and I had my wallet in my hand and I just go like, huh, and like bump it a little bit. Um, I did clean it after that though. I did like a quick little clean because I was going to eat and I'll clean it good afterwards. But what I do is I tend to like suck this area in and like bite it while I'm thinking about something. And I almost did that earlier today and I'm like, oh no. It's like no, no, no. Um Other than that, like it's been officially over 24 hours of me having the piercing, and pain wise I think would be maybe about a 3. 3 out of 10. It's really more of a mild discomfort, just sore. It kind of feels how my lip piercing felt after a week. Like after like the swelling went down on these, they were just like a sore muscle, and that's mainly what these feel like. They don't feel like a sharp pinch or anything. It just feels like achy, like a mild ache. But I'm able to talk normally, uh, like open my mouth normally. I do feel a little tightness every now and then, so I do go like just like gently uh, work the muscle because I noticed when I stopped, because like with these, I just avoided moving them. If I did that with these, it just kind of gets more uncomfortable, and I feel with me, actually moving the area just helps it feel kind of get used to actually moving because it is a moving area. If that makes any sense. I don't know if you'd be able to see, like, that's why that one's swollen, and that's why that one's a little swollen. I right here on the inside, I do have a bit of scar tissue on both sides, so that might look a little bit bigger right there than normal on anyone else. But other than that, I really still enjoy these piercings. It's just been uh, just a little getting used to, but it's really not that complicated of a piercing from even with like lack of information. You know what I mean? Uh, it's not a tough piercing to have. It's just different from everything else I've had. Um, but I love them, and I'm excited for them to heal and the swelling to go down. I expect the swelling to stop swelling within a week, like it always does with me, especially since these really aren't swelling very much unless uh, I almost bite it or something, which I've only done once. I almost bit it once, but the jewelry doesn't clink my teeth. Only like if I like go to sip something, it like gently clinks, but I haven't caught it on anything. You're about to say something? Matt's wanting to watch his anime, but I wanted to do a quick video. Um, any questions about the Dahlia piercings, where I got it done at, I highly recommend. You can find that information in the first video, but whatever. Uh, yeah, if you have any questions about this, just feel free to ask. I can only tell you my experience so far, but yeah, if there's something you want to know that I haven't answered yet or explained, feel free to ask, and I'll answer that in my next video. So thank you for watching.